Next up, we have Nancy Cato speaking for Stephen Durham from the Freedom Socialist Party.
Thank you very much. First off, I want to thank the Congress of African Peoples for pulling together this really valuable forum to get the ideas out for people to be able to hear directly or slightly indirectly in terms of representatives of the candidates, and to really be able to make your own decisions. My name is Nancy Cato. I'm representing the Stephen Durham, who's running for president, and Christina Lopez, who's running for vice president campaign. Ours is a write-in campaign, so you won't see Stephen's name on the ballot, but you can definitely write it in. We encourage you to do so. Our campaign slogan is the Unmillionaires campaign. The reason why we chose that slogan is because, as we know, you have to be a millionaire or a billionaire or a gazillionaire in order to run for president today. And if you have that kind of money, more than likely, 99.9999%, you're also going to be representing a certain class of people who don't have our interests in hand. In fact, quite the opposite. We're also saying, too, vote for the greater good, not the lesser evil, because as we've seen over decades of elections, voters are put in a position to say, oh, if you don't vote for our person, then you're going to get something worse. Well, the worst keeps getting worse, and I think that we need to have a choice, and we need to do a protest vote. Stephen Durham is a community organizer in Harlem. He's the organizer of the Freedom Socialist Party, which is a 40-plus-year-old party that has been involved in the community, fighting against Nazis, fighting for civil rights, fighting in our labor unions, fighting for queer rights, fighting for working people. And Christina Lopez is out of Seattle, Washington, and she's a community organizer as well, fighting for immigration policies that are fair, that end the deportations. Some of the things that our campaign stands for: full employment, with 1 out of 7 African Americans who are unemployed, and 1 out of 3 Black youth unemployed in this country. Obviously, we need to get some jobs. One way to do that is to disarm the U.S. war machines and use that money to create a massive publicly funded training and jobs programs at union wages with child care available. We understand the complexities of working people. It's not just give us one thing but then take away from somewhere else. We need to reduce the work week to 30 hours per week with no cut in pay. What that does is it creates jobs. We have to lower the retirement age, not raise it, lower it to 55. Again, that creates jobs. It helps young people get into the workforce. We need a government that helps the needy, not the greedy. Let's restore the funds and programs that aid seniors, the poor, children, single moms, and the homeless. No cuts to Social Security, Medicare, or Medi-Cal. Let's raise the minimum wage to $20 an hour. Provide a guaranteed annual income. Free medical care for all, including reproductive issues and abortion, and end foreclosures and expand low-cost housing. And of course, how are we going to do this? Well, let's tax the rich first off and corporations. That'll get us a lot of money right there. Liberation, not discrimination. We want equal rights and opportunity for everybody, regardless of their race, their age, their gender, their nationality, their immigration status, their sexual orientation. Restore affirmative action programs with quotas. Let's put some bite behind it. It's not just some pie in the sky, oh, wouldn't it be nice to have, this number of people. We got to put some force behind it. Let's end the wars and interventions in other countries. Again, it's not depending on budget. There's the money. Again, it's not that we don't have the money, it's where we're choosing to put it. Let's also call for quality child multicultural education for all ages. Let's cancel the student debt. No military recruiting in schools. Let's stop that racist war on drugs and abuse of police power. Let's give voters the right to have access. That includes ex-felons and freeing all political prisoners. And let's also have solidarity with workers internationally, because as we know, capitalism is global, therefore the workers' rights is also global. We believe that we're running as open socialists and feminists because we believe that ultimately we have to change the system. Capitalism is set up to pit us against each other, to make us see that we, somehow all of us are embraces the fullest human potential and allows us to achieve our fullest human potential. We can't do that under a profit system. We have to do that under another system, and I believe that system is socialism. So please, again, write in Stephen Durham for president. Visit votesocialism.com. We have some literature over there